is recording. All right, cool. Yeah, how you doing, man? Thanks a lot for meeting me.
Yeah, man, I'm good. Thanks for inviting me to this
Yeah.
call.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure, man. This is great. So what's your name?
My name is Alwin. I live in Australia, and I practice AP, um, like a lot. Yeah, well,
That's
not a lot, but I tried to practice a lot. Yeah,
yeah, that's awesome, man.
yeah.
So Alwin, how old are you?
I'm 21.
21. So you're pretty
Yeah.
young. How long you been APing for?
Ooh, so um, I've just started like getting into like getting these experiences like since the start of the year. But I've always been interested in this ever since I'm gonna say like 14, 15, but I just couldn't do it back then. Like the best I would get was like lucid dreams and all that stuff. But now, like this year, I've experienced like all this like out of body experiences and stuff like that, which is pretty pretty crazy. And I think I have more discipline now, but I'm not that crazy disciplined to like do certain methods. Like I have one method that just works for me. Like it's just completely easy and like because for me meditation is like very hard. Like to focus and stuff. But yeah, yeah. So I think this year I probably had like around probably over five experiences, out of body experiences.
That's
I'm not a yeah. I don't claim to be an expert or anything like that, but I've tried what's worked for me, and yeah,
that's so awesome, Alwin. So,
yeah.
man, so would you say discipline has been like the biggest ch like if you've become more disciplined in the last year or something, and would you contribute that to your success with being able to AP?
Yeah, for sure. I feel more disciplined. I think maybe it's because it's got to do with like maturity. Like I grew up like when I was a kid, I was like more like impulsive and stuff like that. My behavior and like I was when I would try and like just a lot of people would like some people would say on YouTube videos and stuff. They say, "Oh, all you have to do is stay still and like just wait, and your body will go into paralysis and stuff like that." Like I waiting like doing that for like 30 minutes to an hour like was like really hard for me back then. And like I don't have ADHD or anything like that, but it's like when you're younger, it's like you can't really
Oh, it's
because
got
you're
to be
just so
so much
excited.
harder.
Yeah, because you're so excited to like just do all these crazy things when you're actually out of the body, and it's like yeah, like I think yeah, maturity is definitely one of the reasons why. But like now, like I don't just meditate to have out of body experiences. Like I meditate like because it makes me feel good, and sometimes like if I have muscle pain or something, because I'm a pretty active person, I go gym. If I have like muscle pain somewhere else in my like body, I use meditation. I listen to the Monroe Institute gateway tapes to this like something about the frequencies or whatever just helps my body like heal and or not just heal but like feels better. Like if there's any muscle pain, any of that, like it just gets rid of the muscle pain for a bit, and then yeah,
That's
um,
amazing. So you use
yeah,
those so have you used those with the intention of astral projecting, or do you use them specifically for
yeah.
meditating?
So I mainly use it for astral projection, but I'm gonna be honest, they don't. I've never had an experience with them. With um, this is not just that. It's any binaural beats, any guided meditation. It's like it doesn't really help my body fall asleep and enter the sleep paralysis state. But it's very good for just calming the mind and like also like it allows like when you meditate, you're allowing more blood oxygen into your blood. It's better blood flow to the muscles and all that stuff. So and like because meditation, like I feel like without those audios and like tapes and stuff like that, it's harder to meditate. But it's not like I can't do it, but without the tapes. But like it's kind of like I would say like a boost here.
Yeah, yeah. Do
Yeah.
you, wow. Well, I'm really interested to get into what worked for you or and what works for you.
Yeah.
you know, your strategy that you mentioned a second ago. But just to take a step back really quick, so for about 5 years, then it sounds like you found out about astral projection and you were just super intrigued and really interested in it. Is that correct? For about 5 years, you were just like reading about it, trying.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would say I was interested in it for like 1 year and stuff like that, but then I basically gave up. I was like, nah, I don't know if I can do this. It's not for me. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like, I doubted myself so much, and I basically just gave up for like 4 years. Like, I would enter lucid dreams and stuff like that, but like, I didn't know how to, leave from a dream and like a lucid dream into an out of body experience.
Hmm.
But yeah, when I started meditating like frequently, so this year, like 2 months ago, I started, meditating like every day, trying to get a 30 minutes to an hour of meditation in, and I would do it in the afternoon. I wouldn't get any experiences from that, but the best experience I got from straight up meditation, like in the afternoon, was like I entered like I don't know how to explain it. It's like have you ever tried like DMT before?
I've never tried it. No, no. I've heard some
Yeah,
stories,
me
but
too. I've never tried it as well, but like I was in this dark geometric dimension for like 5 seconds. I could still feel my like body and stuff like that, but I closed my eyes and like in my eyes, like I was seeing that for like 5 seconds, and then I snapped out of it because like I don't know because I was trying to like go into it like too hard, so I just like snapped out of it. So yeah,
yeah,
but yeah.
was there like too much sensation going on or like too much thinking or something? Or I wonder what snapped you out of it. Just like, yeah, just
Yeah,
maybe too
yeah. I feel
much.
like
I don't
I
know.
feel like yeah, because I wasn't really relaxing too well. I think I was just trying to force myself in there instead of just completely relaxing and just like surrendering and then
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
So you did that. So you were, oh, so how long were you lucid dreaming then? Because it sounds like you got pretty good at lucid dreaming before you moved on to AP,
Um,
or is that not right?
I was I would because the thing with my lucid dreams was like I'm aware, and then after a while I lose awareness, and like the thing is I can't really control much things. Like back in the day, like I couldn't be able to control
Huh.
like certain aspects of my dreams and stuff. So I think that was one of the reasons. And I really like a lot of people wouldn't like they like lucid dream a lot. They meet their like dream guide and stuff. To this day, I have not met my dream guide. Like
Oh, interesting.
or yeah,
Have
I
you,
would say the. Oh,
oh, go
sorry.
ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, sorry. That's good. I would say I've seen manifestations of probably my insecurities and fears and stuff like that in my dreams. But other than that, like I've not seen my dream guide or even my higher self. I haven't seen that.
Huh. I wonder if that's to come, or maybe if you set the
Yeah,
intention to meet him or something like that, then you'll meet him. But that's really
yeah,
interesting. That kind of makes sense to me is like you're thrown
yeah,
into the fire in the beginning because you have, I'm guessing you probably have a lot more insecurities, fears, whatever, anybody that gets thrown into AP in the beginning. And then
yeah,
as you become more experienced, as you become more free to do more stuff in it, it seems like, you know, you
mm,
conquer those. I
yeah,
don't know. Just, but
yeah.
that's awesome, Owen. Um, so uh, what did I want to say? So then you were lucid dream. So I guess let's hop into. So what is it? What do you do? What has worked for you? Because it sounds like is it just one strategy to get you into AP?
Um, yeah. So it's I use the wake back to bed method. Like
I've
I
heard
set an alarm for
so many good things about
yeah,
that.
but I'll get into the problem with it after I explain how I do it. So I do four. I try not to do 4 hours like after waking up. I try to put 5 hours of sleep or to 6 hours, and then I wake up and usually if I've gone to the gym the day before and I've eaten a lot of food because I eat a lot of food and stuff, so I need to go to use the toilet, to do those stuff. Um, it's I naturally wake up because of that at those times, like after 5 hours of sleep, because I need to go to the toilet as well. So,
Hmm.
I use instead of using a regular alarm, I use a vibration alarm. So I have this app on my phone, and I it vibrates. So the reason why I do that is because I don't want to. When I use like a normal alarm, the sound of the normal alarm makes me kind of too awake. Like it like keeps like makes my heart rate go up like crazy for a little bit, and it kind of makes my fight or flight response like happen, which is not what's like for me. Like it's not really what I need. I need to slowly wake up. So yeah, I do that. I go to the toilet,
Oh,
all
when
that
I got
stuff,
I
and
got a quick question really quick.
yeah,
So that makes sense about the heart rate and that being
yeah,
more judder, or what's the word? Just like spiking you more or alarming you more than a vibration alarm.
yeah,
But I heard recently there was a post about somebody that had a good suggestion about the alarm, because you know how sometimes alarms will keep going and keep going. Do you
yeah.
do you have it so it only goes off like just for like 10 seconds, and then that way it doesn't keep going and then get you up,
See, the thing
fully?
is, yeah, the thing is, if I want to use that feature, I have to pay
Ah,
on the app. So I'm not doing that. So yeah. Also,
uh,
I try and avoid as much phone time as possible. So
oh, nice. Good
yeah,
for you.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that messes with my quality of sleep, always getting on before I go to sleep.
mm,
Elwin, I heard, but this might help you. This is a suggestion
yeah,
somebody offered in the Facebook group, Astral Projection Facebook group. Um, you create an audio recording where it just says whatever you want to wake you up for like five
mm,
seconds. You record that in the beginning, and then you just have it record absolutely nothing, silence for the next hour or something like that, and then that
yeah,
way it will play that file, but you only hear 5 seconds of it.
yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah. I understand. Yeah, and they would remove the vibration part of it, like because
Oh, the
yeah, because with
vibration,
the
yeah.
normal alarms, they have the sound and the vibration, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, no,
Um,
it's a good strategy. Yeah,
so you have the vibration, so then you wake up after about 4 to 5 hours, you were saying, right?
yeah,
And then, but you're still in deep sleep, kind of. You're like in between at that point after your
yeah,
vibration hits, the vibration
yeah,
alarm. And then
yeah.
what?
So then I go toilet. I do all that stuff. Maybe brush my teeth, take my retainers off because our retainers are very very bad. Like when you're trying to meditate, because a lot of saliva gets like because it's like something else in your mouth, right? So like for
Right.
me, it so much saliva builds up because of that. And I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, the saliva, like I ignore it. Like I accept
Oh,
it
that's
as a part of me, as a natural like process. When I'm doing the meditation, when I come back from the toilet or something, and the meditation I do is I do this breath work. I've tried like I don't know what the one's called, but it's like you inhale deep, hold, and then exhale, and then you like do it again. And there's no like it's a slow exhale, sorry, but there's no like waiting period after like holding after you exhale.
yeah.
I tried that. I tried that. It didn't really work for me. So I've tried this. I kind of experimented with, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna slowly inhale, hold, exhale, slowly exhale, hold, and then repeat that cycle. And I tried to kind of match my normal sleeping pattern, but by like doing it slowly. And after a while, it gets very, very uncomfortable. So what I do is, since I'm a little tired, right? So I go to my normal breathing, and I try to like kind of like the normal breathing that like initiates like sleep. So I do that for a couple of minutes, and then I go back to the other breathing breath work, and then I go back. So I kind of like, I don't know what the word is, but like I do a cycle of like one type of breath work and the the meditation breath work and my normal like sleeping breath work, and eventually my body starts feeling like my low. It starts, so the vibrations phase starts for me starts. It's like probably like 3 or 4 stages. So it starts with the legs. It gets very, it's a very minor like sensation, tingling. Like um, it's before like, I mean it's after I get like itchiness all over my body and stuff. The itchiness I try to like ignore, and any like saliva, like if I need to swallow it, I just swallow it. Like I don't make a big deal about it. I just swallow it
Mm-hmm.
and continue on. And I think like it's probably extending the time I have to meditate to initiate the vibrations, but I because I'm already like kind of like tired because I've like woken up from like 5 hours of sleep. I
Mm-hmm.
think it really doesn't matter for me. But anyway, so it starts off with the minor sensations in the leg, and then the minor paralysis, and then the next stage is um, my arms. I feel minor paralysis. I don't really feel intense vibrations on my arms or anything. The intense vibrations actually comes from the back of my head, and it comes here.
Mm.
And then what happens is it goes over my like body. So what I do with it is um on my first like couple of times I've like willfully like astral projected like 3 weeks ago. I wasn't able to control the vibrations. So I was like, you know what? I'm just keep meditating, ignore the vibrations. And at first, like it was like, I usually like when I said before I actually felt the vibration, I was like telling my friends, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna feel like scared. It's just vibrations. Like it's natural. Like it's just the mind making it up. But when you're actually in it, like it's a different like experience. So like it was kind of like I wouldn't say it was yeah, it was overwhelming. Yeah, but I had to calm myself down, and I just continued with the meditation, and eventually I go into a lucid dream, and in the lucid dream I'm hyper aware. Like it's crazy how aware I am, but I can still tell that the world is like a lucid dream world. And then usually the first couple of experiences I use the door method to exit with the intention of exiting the body, and um, that worked. And then recently I've been using the fly out of the dream method to with the intent of exiting the body. And the door method I would say is kind of like it's black. When you open the door, it's just a blackness, and you just jump out. And I just spawned like somewhere in my house. It wasn't. I don't think it was in my room, but I think I came back to my room and I saw my body laying there. And yeah, that's when I knew I was out the body. And I was like everything, like my whole room was like matching. And yeah, the other thing is when I fly out, if I fly out of the dream, I break the barrier of the dream. So like I like fly through different barriers, and I've ended up in my kitchen, and I was like, okay, what the hell? And then I went and I walked to my room, and the weird thing was I was able to interact with the doors and all that stuff. Usually, a lot of people say like you can't interact with the doors and stuff, so you just phase through it. But I was able to phase through it, but it was taking like too long. So like, and I was somehow able to open the door, which I don't know how, but
Ooh.
I think maybe my experiences are different. Everyone experiences something different, right? So I went in, I saw my body, I was like, it's weird because um, yeah, it's like the door opening and all that stuff. So
So, well, I have to
yeah,
ask you, well, that's all amazing. I have a
yeah,
thousand questions that are popping up, but I don't want to
yeah,
break your train of thought and you going.
yeah,
So
yeah.
the door thing, yeah, I was just somebody I interviewed a little bit ago was telling me how she astral projected. She was at like a recording studio and there was a piano there, and she tried so hard to play the piano because she can play the piano. And she, I forget exactly the formula that she used, but she just was like trying super hard with intention and stuff in her astral
Yep.
body. And she played some keys, and somebody came running in from the real world and was like, oh, wow, what just happened? Is there a ghost here? So, it,
Oh,
it
okay,
sound
yeah.
so it sounds like you did it kind of effortlessly. It sounds like, when you woke up, did you notice that the door was open instead of like once you
No,
woke up
because
into real life?
the thing was, I closed the door in the astral
Oh, interesting.
as well. So when I left, so yeah,
That's tricky though, because you want to be able to
yeah,
pinpoint it and be like, okay, that 100% happened, and
yeah,
it probably did. I don't know. It probably did. But like in order to say that, so it sounds like that'd be a really cool test for you to do, again
yeah,
in the future. Just open, but then leave it open or something, and then wake up.
yeah. But my theory is like every object has like an energy, like what's it called, framework or structure to it, and depending on the vibration of the object, you can interact with those objects in the astral realm,
D-
which is probably the reason why I interacted. I don't know,
Does that mean
but
you
yeah,
have to match? So the door, for example, would you try to match the energy of the door with an intention of opening it to do it? Is that what that means? Or
I honestly don't know. I just opened the door. I was like, you know what?
yeah.
I'm gonna just open the door because I need to go through
It
it.
w
I don't want to face through it because it's taking too long.
it was that
But
easy
fa-
for you?
yeah, it was so easy. Phasing through it, like it works, like, but it just for me it takes too long. So I was like, you know what? I just want to, because I heard like people say once you're out of the body, just get away from the body as
Yeah,
quick as possible
I
because you
hear
might
that. Yeah.
return. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go through the door. Didn't work, so I just opened the door. That
Yeah.
worked. Yeah, and um, I went out onto the street, and the street was exactly like the street in my thing. I I got up and I was it felt so real, like it felt like I was in my actual like thing, my street, and I was seeing people driving their cars. Like when I flew up, I wanted to go to space, but I looked at the distance, like from the ground to the sky, and I was like, ah, shit. I think it's a bit scary. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
And
I call that
when I
maybe
was
after 10 more projections, then I'll give it a shot or something like that.
yeah, I think my next projection I'm gonna definitely do it. Go try and go to space, but um, I tried doing it, but the fear of the heights kind of made me scared, and I fell down. And I didn't feel it didn't feel like I like fell down with my actual body. I felt like I felt almost like a sponge or something. Like yeah. So I decided to like walk around. It was kind of hard, like flying and stuff like that. So, but once I got the hang of it, like I flew around. It was so fun. I flew around the town I live in, and I went just flying around and stuff, looking at what people were doing. I tried interacting with people there, but I obviously got ignored. They didn't see me, they couldn't hear me. So um, I was like, okay. And then I was kind of bored because I was like by myself and I wanted to like see some entities and stuff like that. But for some reason, the entities didn't show up when I wanted to see them. So I was kind of like, oh, okay. Oh, well. And I was out for like an hour just flying around. Um, it's one of my experiences I'm discussing, by the way.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, I've got like over five experiences, I think. So yeah,
Well,
so I flew
did you
around.
see any other astral projectors? Any other? Because you said you wanted to see entities. Were you talking about
Yeah.
specifically other astral projectors or something else from another dimension or something?
So so my goal with all of this is to pull my friends out
Oh,
into the AP realm. My friends know the AP, they think it's cool, but they don't have the motivation or dedication to just like meditate and like do all this stuff. Um, so yeah, I was like, you know what, like I want to be able to interact with other people's dreams, especially my friends, because I feel like there's a gift that every human has, and we can, and this is such a great gift. It needs to be like shared. Like the experiences need to be shared. Like I feel like that's the like and like I want to
Absolutely.
yeah like imagine going on a dimension with your friend and just like
Oh man,
communicating
how
like
much fun.
telepathically.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
yeah, it would feel, think about it. You're absolutely right, Alwin. I feel the exact same way about humanity and this gift we have um
yeah,
and just how much of a difference it would make in the world in a good direction, positively. Um
mm,
so yeah, I think this is great. I think what we're doing is working towards that goal. So that's great, man. Thank you for being here.
yeah, yep.
So you've talked to them and you want to pull them. Have you ever thought of possibly pulling them out? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I've heard like from other people that you can do that. So I was thinking once I master like having a lot of these experiences, then I'm gonna do all that. I've tried like teleporting to them, but the thing is, I tried teleporting to my cousin. Thing was, he was awake, but I didn't see him in his bedroom. So I was like, okay. So I thought I was dreaming, but I texted him and he said, oh, he wasn't in his bed. He was at school doing something. So I was like, oh, okay, what the hell? Maybe because I set the intention to go to his bed, his bedroom, not
Hmm.
like where he is. But maybe I don't have the energy, like the astral, enough astral energy, because to do that, um, because like I tried creating like portals and stuff, and I really struggled with it because I didn't have a lot of energy. So that's probably one factor. Another factor could be that um, probably wasn't really because I was new to it, so like
Yeah,
I didn't have the mastery of over like controlling and all that stuff like that.
yeah,
But
that makes sense.
so my first couple are like kind of wake induced projections where I was like 50-50 about it. I was like I didn't really like it was I thought it was part of me thought it was a projection, another part of me thought it was like a hyper realistic lucid dream. But now like I'm pretty 90% sure that like I'm actually having the out of body experiences because I tried and going to my brother's room and uh, enter his dream, and the thing was he wasn't in his room, so I was like, and it was like I think I projected around 8 or 9 a.m. in real world. So yeah, and
Did you say with the intention of entering his dream? Is that what you just said?
yeah,
So
yes,
that's kind of new to me. Is that you can enter someone's dream as you're astral projecting? What's
I've
that about?
I've heard stories about that, and I've kind of read some of the information about the CIA, the experiment CIA, like experiments talking about it. But I'm not 100% sure how they did it. I didn't really read their techniques and stuff. I just heard stories. Um,
That would be very
and
interesting. So to get
yeah,
this right, let me know if I have this right. So your friend's dreaming about whatever, hanging out in his street or something, and he sees a marshmallow man or something. I don't know. But you would
yeah,
enter his dream and you would see him on the street with the marshmallow man and then be able to interact. Something like that. Is it that
yeah, yeah,
literal?
yeah. I think so.
Wow. That's
It's
amazing.
I don't know how to do any of that, but I think I can figure it out
That
someday. Yeah,
Yeah, that's super interesting because that opens up a lot of potential for uh not subliminal messages, but like but he would probably but then he'd be able to wake up and be like, "Oh yeah, I saw you in there." But then you can maybe
yeah,
change the dream in a way where it helps him in some way. I don't know. Yeah, that's or it's just super cool
yeah,
just to do in general. I don't know.
yeah. It's I assume only really experienced projectors can do that, but me right now, I can't definitely not do that.
Well, Elwin, you're 21, right?
Yeah,
And you're already having these amazing experiences, man. Think about how
mm.
experienced you're going to be a master
Oh,
in no time.
yeah.
You'll be
Hopefully,
a master. Yeah, you keep it up. You'll be a master. You'll be able to do all of these goals, anything you want in the astral in due time.
yeah, yeah.
You're off to a good start.
yeah. So yeah, I'm like 95 to 90% sure that I'm actually having out of body experiences now. So because my brother, he actually said he when I woke up, I asked him, I went to your room, you weren't there, but I did see a white being. That's the one. This is the one time I saw like. Oh, this wasn't the only time, but this was like I think the second or third time I saw an entity, and this entity was. It kind of looked. It was like a white being. It didn't have a face, and I didn't really pay it like that much like attention. I've seen this being before, like in one of my previous projections, but I wasn't. I just like kind of ignored it. I didn't like talk to it, and I was like, "What the hell? Why isn't my brother here in his room?" So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go, you know, some somewhere. I think I went outside my street, and this is when I lost my like awareness, and the projection turned into like a normal dream. This was actually my most recent experience when I tried to do this. Um, but yeah, and then I woke up. I asked him, "Hey, bro, were you in your room at this time?" Because I went to your room because I told him about projection and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Yeah, no, I wasn't in your room. I wasn't in my room at the time. I was actually at the school doing something." And then I was like, "Oh, okay, okay, yeah."
You saw a
So
white being, like an
yes,
imprint of his body, or like some other, like his guardian angel or something there, or what?
I I don't know, but I've seen this being before, like near. Okay, so like for example, at my mom's house, my older brother, he doesn't really believe in like out of body experiences and so all that stuff. But he's an really an atheist. He's like he doesn't know. But um, I when I went out of body there, like in the I was like probably like the start of the year, like March, January, around February, around that time.
Hmm.
Um, I went out of body. That's the time I started like getting back into like astral projection and all that stuff. Um, I went out of my body, and the weird thing was I never really saw my physical body that time, which was weird. But I searched it up. A lot of people said like um, that sometimes they don't see their own physical body. So I was like, all
Yeah,
right. But
I've heard that too.
the room, the room like matched my like room, I physical rooms. The details were so realistic. So anyway, I went to my brother's room, and I saw the same white being I recently saw, and I was like, though, why am I seeing a white being instead of my brother's physical body laying there? The white being was laying where my brother was laying on his bed. So I was
Yeah.
like, that's weird. And then I went to my mom's room, and the same thing. I saw the same thing, and I was like, okay, that's bizarre. But and yeah, and then like that was like, am I really projecting or dreaming? And then after that experience, I didn't really leave like the house and go in the street. But yeah, I think I woke up after that. But yeah, and then one of my experiences at my mom's house was actually pretty crazy. It was, I would say, comparable to a DMT experience. I've never tried DMT before in my life, and like I can say that that thing was a DMT like experience. Like, um, so basically, yeah, these same white beings I saw, right, in this experience, I projected out of my room. So I came back from work. I was really tired. I only got like 3 or 4, 5 hours of sleep. Came
Hmm.
back from work. I was really tired. I went to sleep. It was like a couple hours like after work. So I was like, I woke up at like let's just say 7. Came back at work from 3. Slept at like 4, and then I went out of body, and then I saw these white beings around me. Didn't pay much attention to it. I was like, okay, what's going on? They teleported me to this room. Now the crazy thing is, a lot of people that do DMT, they say that they get like when they close their eyes, they get teleported to this room. And this room was exactly like how the DMT people would like tell how their room was. So it starts off with this a normal room, and then it turned into kind of like I was just seeing colors and patterns and like hearing sounds I never like seen before, like, and I can't really like explain or like see in this waking like life, which was like super weird. I didn't know the meaning of any of this. I was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
But it was just amazing to look at, like. And then I after that I got kind of like sent to the hospital or something. It was like a hospital I got teleported to. I was in an elevator and then got out the elevator and I saw a nurse coming and I was like, what the hell am I doing here? I'm not supposed to be here. So I hid around the corner, waited for the nurse that I saw to go into the elevator, and when the doors were just about to close, I put my hand in so it opened, and I went into the elevator. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave this place. I'm gonna go explore and stuff. But the weird thing was, I I was struggling to stand, and I suddenly collapsed, and I woke up from that experience, and I was my third eye was kind of like around here was kind of like I felt a tingling sensation, and I was like, "What the hell is going on? What was that? What was the meaning behind that?"
Yeah.
And to this day, I don't know what the meaning is, but I think maybe it's probably teaching the meaning is sometimes in life, some things don't make sense and they're not supposed to make sense. So that's what I think the meaning is. But yeah, it's a pretty good experience. I told my friends about it. On my third, I'm feeling the sensation even after. Um,
Wow.
so what I think happened is, have you heard that there's DMT in the pineal gland? You heard about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of.
So yeah, our body kind of like releases DMT before we die. And a lot of people say it's a spirit molecule. So I think my theory is every time we project, we release the DMT in our pineal gland, and we de I don't know if that's the right way, declassify the pineal gland. Um,
Yeah.
and we like slowly open the third eye like that. But yeah, it's amazing experience.
So yeah, that is amazing, Ellen. So you
Mm.
didn't even have the intention of APing when you got back from work and you were really tired, right? It just
Yeah,
happened
yeah,
spontaneously.
I can do it.
And then that's wow. So then other people have described the room with all the different like not symbols, but like shapes and stuff like that and colors.
Yeah,
That's
colors. Yeah,
that's the part that you that
yeah.
is the same
So
as their experiences.
that's the DMT experiences. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was also geometric. A lot of people in DMT they say they see all these geometric shapes, crazy colors, all that stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. And then the whole, yeah, the hospital thing, and it's like, wait, I don't,
Mm,
yeah, and you have no idea. It's almost like you were being guided through all of that, or taken
yeah,
for a ride, like somebody else was in power and just kind of putting you here, putting you there, and I don't know. That's an interesting one, but you have a mature attitude and take on it. Just like some things just
mm,
happen and you got to roll with it, or else you're going to get
yeah,
hung up on it, and it's probably not going to help you out that much. So,
yeah,
well, that's
yeah.
cool.
So.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm.
what were you going to say?
I forgot to mention that in the vibrational stage, um, you can like for me, I've experienced like both like jet engine noises, like like wind hitting your like skin if you're like flying really fast in the sky, and I've also heard songs as well,
Oh, I've never heard that one
music.
before.
And the thing is, these it's like kind of like music that's not even real, like what I would hear in real life. It's like I would say like it's music that makes you feel like you've succeeded. Like that's my best explanation. And it would be in like English, it's like an English song, right? So which is really weird because I speak two languages and um I expect like a spiritual experience to kind of if I'm gonna hear like I don't know if like a song be in my other language. But yeah,
So it's
yeah, I
that
heard
that's
music. Yeah.
amazing. So it's not a matter of the instruments being like otherworldly. It's a matter of like
Mm,
the feeling of just the song. The song kind of sounds normal, but the feeling it gives you isn't. It just feels
yeah,
so good, or
yeah, yeah.
that's
It,
wow.
yeah,
Wow. So that'll happen while you're kind of while the vibrations are happening, while the
yeah.
big sounds. Wow. Yeah, I've never heard that one before. That's really interesting.
Yes, yeah. So I've asked about it on like Reddit online and stuff like that, and yeah, some people experience music as well. I saw someone else's post. They said they experienced like a song during the vibration, and I was like, oh yeah, me too. I even asked ChatGPT when I first after I first like experienced it, and
Yeah.
ChatGPT was like, yeah, people experience it as well. So I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That is.
Yeah,
It's almost it'd be cool to like somehow bring that back to Earth so you could hear it and get that
yeah.
feeling again or something. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Um, well, so that was about, was that like three of your five experiences or two of your five?
The song or
Or no,
like
because I think you said you've been on five total astral projections ever since the beginning of
pro
this year or more.
okay, maybe more. Let me think about it. I don't. So I had one. I think I had two or three at my mom's place, and I've had like two or three here at my dad's place. So yeah, I think probably six or seven. I'm not sure, but I like to say I've had over five experiences. Yeah.
Yeah. What are there any other ones that are kind of interesting or that you want to talk about?
Um, I can't really because once the first couple of experiences I had, but just like me going out of the body in my room and just looking at it, looking at my room and stuff, and that was like pretty much it. Um, Another thing I've also experienced was when I was meditating, like very frequently. I would meditate before I go to bed, and before I go to bed, I would wear like an eye mask, like a sleeping mask.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for like 5 seconds, I would see like through the eye mask, like, but it would be very dark, but I could see my like laptop, like everything, my desk, cause and all that stuff. So
I've had
yeah, I think
out
I've
of all like the metaphysical things out there, that's the one thing for me that I've been able because I haven't astral projected. I've had one weird experience that I don't know for sure if it was or not, but
yeah,
the one thing that I've had is exactly what you're saying, where my eyes are closed, but then weird. It's so cool because you can weirdly see
yeah,
everything kind of like in a black and white haze or something, but you
yeah,
can see, and it doesn't last that long for me. I don't know, maybe like 10
yeah,
seconds of it I can get, but yeah, tell me more
yeah,
about that.
yeah. I feel like so the reason why I tried stepping into it, but it didn't work. I feel like it's because I can still feel the sensations with my mouth, like my spit, my saliva. I can still. My biggest issue is my mouth. Like I can still feel it all. So my goal is to try and forget it. But I think during that time period, I felt my mouth and my body too much. Like my lower body and my arms isn't the issue. It's just my mouth. So like, um, yeah, I think that's why I couldn't really step like fully into it.
Mm,
But yeah,
yeah, yeah. Huh. Well, the mouth thing for you, after you're done with your retainer, that shouldn't be an issue
yeah.
anymore for you, right?
Oh well, I still have to wear my retainer like
Oh, is that one of
pretty much
those?
every day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the one after like braces, but
Gotcha.
you don't have to wear it every day. But I like because I don't want my teeth to go back out because it's pretty expensive to like put the teeth back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've just decided to like yeah just try and keep it in as much as I can.
Yeah.
On the days that I really want to project, I will take it out. But I have projected with it in, but it just takes a lot more focus and discipline for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. And yeah, and you've got it. You're doing it, even with all those barriers. That's amazing,
Mm.
Owen. Um, so Well, that's cool. Are they so then as far as meeting other astral projectors, you haven't done that out there yet, but it will happen,
Have another.
I'm
Yeah,
sure. And
hopefully.
then your guardian angel
Yeah,
or spirit guide or whatever, that'll happen.
yeah,
Any other otherworldly beings from other dimensions, or I guess maybe those white lights were
yeah.
possibly there.
Those are the only beings I've seen, but I want to. I've heard about like a federation, like a space federation or galactic
Oh,
federation. I don't know
Galactic
what it's called.
Federation. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I want to go there because I've heard there's like other human projectors going there and stuff, and I want to meet like those projectors. And there's other like species of like people, species of like aliens and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, but right now, tomorrow I'm gonna try project, and my goal tomorrow is. Have you heard of that? I think it's called a three eye atlas or something like
I
the
haven't
thing
heard
that's
of
coming
Three Eye
to.
Atlas. What is that?
So I think it's like people say it's an alien like ship coming to Earth.
Huh.
Uh, People say it's this meteor, but the thing is, you can't really believe the media these days. People are
Yeah.
trying to hide the secret,
Oh
or
yeah.
like people are trying to distract from what's happening on Earth and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, especially with the Epstein files and all that stuff. But I'm not going to go into detail about
Oh,
that.
absolutely. You're
Yeah.
so right. So
So like you don't know. Oh, sorry. You don't really know what's really the truth out there. But I think with projection, I can definitely see if I can figure out how to go to space, then and find it. I can for sure see what it is. Then
oh
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that's another
I'll
awesome
go.
thing about astral projection, the
Mm,
potential of kind of like clearing all the fog that's out there here in the physical. Um,
yeah.
I think it could definitely do that. So that's going to be interesting, Alwin, to see if you can connect
Mm,
with that and find out more about that. You'll have
yeah.
to keep us updated for sure if you do have success there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I have success there, I'll post it on the Reddit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, uh, yeah, there's just so much out there. Like the last uh woman I interviewed, she was talking about a bar, a like space
Mm,
bar that's just hanging out.
yeah.
And or no, it
Yeah.
wasn't a bar. I mean, there was a bar there, but
Yeah.
it was like a more of a what like a resort, where it's like you
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
pools and there were all sorts of different species of aliens there and stuff. And
Mm,
but yeah, there's so much out there. It's exciting. It's exciting.
yeah. Yeah. I definitely want to see all that. But I also want to see like go to places on this earth I've never been to. Like I want to go to New York City. I want to go to the ocean, try and swim in the ocean, see what I see in the ocean. I don't want to go to like haunted places because I am not trying to get any ghosts or anything to follow me back.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, especially now, like I feel like now I'm not that powerful when I'm in the astral realm. But one of my first experiences, like one of the first experiences I had, oh yeah, it was when I was teleported to that room. I was looking at my hand, I was just glowing white. But in my recent experiences, I'm my normal like color, right? So I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Huh,
So
yeah.
I think, but I also think that's something to like. I feel like at the start when I first started projecting, I kind of had a bit of an ego. I was like, yo, I'm like the chosen one and all that stuff. But then now I realize, like, you know what? There's no like one person that's chosen. I think everyone is chosen, and we all have that like kind of um, ability to kind of bend the world to what we want. Like at the end of the day, like we don't really need the superpowers, the stuff that we experience in the astral in the waking life because it's I think it'll be like way too easy. I don't know. And we can just use our mind to do like anything we want in real life. But yeah,
I think you're
that's
right.
what I think.
I
Yeah.
think you're spot on. Yeah. That's awesome that you've come to that realization at such a young age. I also
Mm,
have felt that way, like the one kind of a thing, and as I've grown
mm,
older, you realize, that it's more
yeah.
than just, it's not that, that's not the way it is. And that's for the
Yeah,
better, I think, because that's very
yeah,
like ego-centered and very
yeah.
selfish kind of a way of
And
thinking.
I feel like if we had like every human had the ability to fly and like do what we can do in the astral realm, there would be chaos, even more
Oh,
chaos in the
it'd be
real
like
world.
Dragon
Like,
Ball Z. It'd be like a Dragon Ball Z
yeah,
situation.
yeah, it would be it would be too much. So I think I've heard like theories. I've been watching videos, theories. People they say that these souls they line up to enter the human world, the waking world, and there's like a big line and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
for like my question was like my thing is why do you want to enter this world? There's suffering, all that kind of stuff in this world, and you can't do half like 90% of the things you can do in the astral realm or the spirit realm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe that these people saw the limitations of this realm and was like, you know what, there's something more to it than just, you know, kind of like doing anything you want. Like the fact that there's limits to what you can do here when compared to the spirit realm is what makes human life so worth it, like for me. And especially after projecting, like I don't really have a fear of death. Like the only fear of death I have is a painful death. Like if I was to die like painfully, like I'm
Right.
scared of that. But dying of old age, like no problem for me.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I love that about well, number one, going back to the
Mm,
experience of living on Earth. One thing I've heard is people or I've heard that it's a great way to grow quickly here on
yeah.
Earth with
Mm,
just the way it is. Um, but then also what you were saying about death. Yeah, I think then once again, I keep going back. Another benefit of astral projection. Think of a world where
mm,
fear isn't surrounded, anytime you talk about death. And then you think of the world and what that would look like, and people would probably live as old as they felt like they needed to live until they were ready to just move on from a projection or
yeah.
something. Like they would pass on themselves
Mm,
willingly. It seems
yeah.
like, which seems nice.
Yeah, I've also think that like everyone should learn how to project because I feel like a lot of people they think they know what to expect, but in reality they don't know what to expect, and that could kind of like startle. Like at the end of their lives, they can be like too overwhelmed and scared if they don't know what's actually going on.
Yeah,
So I think everyone should learn how to
it's a
project,
good point.
and
Yeah.
because when you die, you're gonna go in a spirit realm, and if you're surrounded by beings and all that kind of stuff, you're gonna be freaking out. You're gonna be like, "What the hell's going on?" All that
Oh yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
like it helps transition into it, and I think projection is probably better. Like I say, it's way better than doing any drugs. Like in my opinion,
Yeah,
I've
and it's all natural.
it's natural. Yeah, exactly, and yeah, I mean, DMT is like finding your body when in the pineal gland, but if you smoke it in real life, it's kind of like a hack into the spirit realm, I would
Yeah.
say. But
Yeah.
it's probably too intense for like most people when they first do it. So I recommend doing projections, meditation, all that stuff first, and then you can try that stuff later.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Um, well, Elwin, I don't know how long we've been talking for. Are you about ready to
Oh,
wrap it up, or is there anything that any, anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
um, so I just want to say, techniques that work for other people may not work for you. I'm just talking to viewers. Um, find, just try one technique every week for the whole week, and if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. But find whatever works for you because everyone is different. Like some people feeling relaxed, they know some people may know what like the body like how they feel relaxed. Also, go out there and I'm just not really I don't know how to word this really good, but kind of like know what pain feels like to your physical like body. Like maybe go to the gym and like lift some weights, like muscle, like get your muscle like being like feel sore and stuff. I'm not saying go out there and cut yourself or like do any of that. Like I'm not saying that,
Right.
but like do some like lift some weights and stuff. Feel your muscle being sore and stuff like that, and also try and feel what it's like to be relaxed. Like your body feels relaxed, and I feel like if you know those feelings, then it's going to be a whole lot easier for you. Because when I first started, I didn't know how it felt to feel relaxed. So um, I was like, yeah, I until I, you know, used the wake back to bed method, and I, you know, felt like my body was like relaxed from that. I was sleeping for like 4 or 5 hours, and then I felt relaxed, and I was like, you know what, I can just do this if I just put a lot of mental, um, kind of like discipline into it. Also, I like to say with the wake to back method, you don't have to necessarily sleep for 4 to 6 hours. You can sleep, I think, 8 hours and try it after you wake up. Because your body still feels relaxed after waking up from the sleep. So you don't have to disrupt your sleeping like necessarily. So,
Hmm.
which is if a lot of people they don't want to mess up their sleep, which is you can do that. Um, it's still gonna for me. I took the same amount of time. Like it took me 30 to like 1 hour, 30 minutes to an hour to just get into the vibrational stage. And yeah, also at the start of your experiences, especially with the vibration stage, expect it to take like a long damn time. Like that takes it takes a while, especially when you're new to it. It may take you 2 to 3 hours um,
Two to
to get
three
into
hours
the
of laying
vibe
there and
of
practicing the
and
breathing and
method.
like
Yeah,
the the
yeah,
cycle. Really quick, I just got to ask you, Ellen. So
yeah,
you'd be laying in bed after you woke back up and then went back to sleep. Well, you know what I
yeah,
mean. And then you start your
yeah.
breathing cycle. And then are you talking about is that considered your meditation that you do for as long as you need to
Yep, I would
and
say so.
until it
Yeah,
happens? Okay.
yeah,
And then also for my own self here, sorry to interrupt. Do you your
yeah. It's okay.
meditation outside of wake back to bed or any astral projection intention? Because it sounded like you meditate just for yourself. Just
Yep.
do you
Yeah.
is what does that look like that you do every day?
So basically, what I do is with these meditations where I don't want to project, I'm just practicing. I sit up. I don't lay down. I sit up, and I just practice on meditation, the breath work, clearing my mind, and
Clearing your
I
mind.
getting these like thoughts that always come through in my mind, and I sometimes I like think about that stuff, and I also, and then I'm like, you know what, I need to let go, let the thoughts like go through, because I feel like a lot of people misunderstand meditation. They think, oh, you could clear your mind like that. No, it's like you have to experience your thoughts and then let it go away. It's similar to taking like acid and stuff like that. You think about like your fears and stuff like that, but naturally, you just keep on focusing on the breath. Like it just goes.
So
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 yeah,
so like using the image of a cloud or something like that pass through your mind and it kind of stays for a second, but then you think about it and then you let it go, kind of a thing, or a
I,
river.
I mean, I mean, you can do that. For me, visualization is pretty hard to like just focus on for like 30 minutes to an hour.
Hmm.
So I just think about the black space when I close my eyes and think about that, just try and clear my mind. And the thoughts come through. I think about the thoughts, but then I just let it pass. And then, yeah,
And
that's
just
how
keep
I
breathing.
meditate.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
just
good
keep
to
breathing.
know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to do
yeah,
it Alwin styles here coming up pretty soon.
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you if you what you know if there's anything else that you wanted to say.
um, I, oh yeah, I like to say, don't worry if the binaural beats or the any kind of like audio like some like audio stuff that's for like astral projection doesn't work. What they're trying to do with that kind of stuff is basically just kind of like help you get an understanding of what to do in a meditative experience. And for me personally, it never worked for me because I always thought about like, would I still be hearing like the audio if I like project pretty early in the meditation,
Oh yeah, good
or
question.
like, and I feel like for me, like hearing the audio is kind of distracting, and it kind of like it uses my hearing, right? So it uses everyone's hearing, right? So for me, it's like, well, wouldn't that just make me feel more awake and like not really like make my body sleep? So what I do is I try and completely do sensory deprivation, which is I put in earplugs, try and cover my face. Um, uh, I make sure it's not too hot or too cold, the right temperature, because when I meditate, my body heats up really quickly. I get really hot,
Oh.
so and sweat. So I take my shirt off, make sure I'm gonna like be cool and my body temperature is regulated, so I don't wake up or get interrupted during the experience and the meditation. Because when my body temperature heats up, I get very itchy on my like back and stuff like that, especially my back.
Hmm.
And I don't know why that happens to me, but it just happens. So make sure your body temperature is regulated, well regulated, not too hot, not too cold. Um, and make sure you're in like a comfortable position. Like people say to lay on your back and like put your like head up facing towards the roof. But what I do is that doesn't really work for me and I just feel uncomfortable. So I lay on my back, but I kind of put my head to the side like this, like just let it rest.
Hmm.
I do the meditation like that. Because that's just what's natural for me, like to like sleep. Like I sleep like that. So if I want to, I feel like if I want to do a projection, it's just way more comfortable and stuff like that. But just because your body's in a comfortable position doesn't mean you're gonna project. You can fall asleep. So some people they say, they lay in that uncomfortable position. Um, Whatever works for you works for you. You just got to figure it out and try different methods, and it will eventually work. At first, for me, it didn't work. Like I was nothing was happening. I was like, damn it, I wasn't feeling vibrations. And then after probably like 2 weeks of straight up meditation every day, it worked. So it may take months, it may take a couple of weeks. Just don't look at meditation just as a project. Look at it for its other benefits. You know, look at especially it's look at the benefits, like the physical benefits of it, like improves like your blood flow in your body, improves your heart rate. You have more control over your heart rate, right? When you meditate and stuff like that. So yeah, it's got more benefits than just projection, and I feel like
Oh yeah.
people need to yeah just meditate like better than I think meditation is way more powerful than taking any drugs, like pharmaceutical drugs, psychedelic like drugs. Psychedelics are good, but like um, I feel like
I I agree.
psychedelic drugs are yeah psychedelics are just like if you're in a game, it's like cheats basically. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
there's no point in having cheats if you're not good at the game. Like in my experience. So
Yeah, it's
what's the
it's
point? Yeah,
longer lasting. It's something that sticks around. It's something that improves you in the long run. It's like
exactly. Yeah,
and
and yeah, it
and it's
keeps you
free.
calm. Yeah, it's free. It's natural. It's what we've
Yeah,
been doing for
it has a
decades.
huge list, doesn't it? Lower your blood pressure, reduce your
Yeah,
heart rate, just like so many cortisol levels drop. And we're just scratching the surface. I think there's so many beneficial things to
yeah.
meditation. It's so
It's a great.
interesting how something free and so beneficial for yourself is just
Mm,
where you would think, right? You would think that this thing, everybody's doing it. Like they teach you in
yeah,
school from the get-go, guys, you should have like even like, an hour out of the day in school where everybody's meditating, learning how to do it. It's just so interesting. how something so
Mm.
powerful has somehow, some way been held down. But
Yeah, I feel
that,
like it's done by the elites.
right. Yeah, but the
Yeah,
cool thing is, Alwyn, where you can tell, you can totally see it. More people are talking about it, more people like
yeah,
it's all gaining traction, like all the
yeah,
things that are good for you, like AP and meditation and
yeah.
all these metaphysical things.
It's
So,
it's it's like the thing with it is like people aren't disciplined enough.
yeah,
Sorry, they're not disciplined enough to like and motivated enough to just do it. Like,
that's
and
me,
people rather
man.
take the short.
That's
Yeah,
me. It's embarrassing.
it's
It's embarrassing, dude. And
it was
I'm trying. I'll get there someday, but I need to step my
yeah,
game up for sure.
that was me at the start, and like I was like, is this working? I don't know if it's working or not. But you know, I kept on doing it. It's little, just little as like 10 minutes. Like sometimes, like even now, I sometimes I don't want to meditate for 30 minutes. I meditate for like 5 to 10 minutes, and that's about it.
Nice.
And you know what? That's enough. Like, do as much as you can. Like when it, but just try and do it as much as possible and as much as you can. I know everyone's like busy. Like I was busy for the past 2 weeks. Couldn't really do like practice meditation that much, but except for the experiences. But um, yeah, it's just practice it. It takes a while and it's harder, but at the end of the day, the results is still gonna be. It's gonna be the results are gonna be good, like amazing. Like
For sure.
so, yeah.
Yeah. Um, well, I guess before we say bye, what are your goals and aspirations? We kind of got an idea of them, but if you want to say them,
Uh, so in the waking world or in the like astral like
I guess
realm.
just everything related to AP and whatever.
So I feel like I'm gonna get very good at astral projections. So I can find like missing people and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
And I want to use it for like good, but I also want to use it to find out the truth about the world and all that stuff like that.
For sure.
About really who's really running everything. And you know, with that information, yeah, I want to kind of, kind of. I know it's kind of childish, but I want to take them down, like, and
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I
because
think that naturally I think as the vibration raises and consciousness raises in the world, which, like I said, this stuff is becoming more talked about and accepted and all that stuff, I think it just
yeah,
naturally happens, which is good. But
yeah,
I hear you, man. Yeah.
yeah. So it's yeah, a lot of stuff. Another stuff I want to do is I don't right now. I don't really believe in soulmates, any of that stuff, because I feel like my philosophy of life is to be the most free, and having a soulmate that's already like pre like determined and all that stuff is kind of like opposing my philosophy of life. But then again, my philosophy can be wrong. I never know. But yeah, if I was to ever meet my soulmate, then in the astral realm, then kind of curious to kind of curious about that,
Yeah.
to see how that would work out in the real waking life. But
That'd be
yeah,
amazing. That'd be an amazing
mm,
story.
yeah, and I feel yeah, I just feel like this it it kind of liberates people from their suffering, um, because you can do anything you want in here once you master it, and if I can teach that to a lot of people or like help people do that, then I feel like that's good. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Elwin. That's amazing. Um, well, I got you what's your Reddit name? Like, do you want any contact information out there for people if they have questions or anything like that? It's up to you.
Um, I can you can give the Reddit. I
Because
just
that's
what's
how me and Elwin met, to the audience here. And yeah,
yeah,
Elwin thankfully responded and said he'd meet up and talk. So, but yeah, we met on Reddit. I don't know if you have
yeah.
other aliases or anything that you want to share.
I think my Reddit because I get the notifications on for Reddit now, so I think You can share my Reddit, potential simple 6615. It's a random name that
Okay.
Reddit like made up. But
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
you have my Reddit, so you can put that
In the description.
in the description. Yeah,
Yep.
and um, I do. It's completely unrelated to AP, but I do have a company, like my own
Oh,
company,
yeah,
that I'm
yeah.
trying to get up. It's like a gaming like company right now, so we're just trying to kind of get more like people to like to share our like videos and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'll if you want to put that in the description, you don't have to, but if you want
No,
to, I can
yeah,
share it
I
with you.
absolutely will
I
for
have
sure.
I have an Instagram page for that, so I'll send
Yeah.
that to you on messages. But yeah, on the
Yeah,
Reddit message, yeah,
that's perfect, Alwin. Yeah, just send me all the links and then I will post them in the description. And anyone that's
yeah,
interested, definitely go and check that out and support Elwin.
yeah.
Um, yeah, cool. Anything else? Sorry, I thought you were going to say something there.
Oh no, I don't have anything to say. I just wanted to thank you for letting me
Oh,
join. It's the
the
first
th
time I've done something like this.
the thanks is
But
all mine. Well, first time you seem like a natural, so
uh,
especially at 21, so that's awesome. Yeah, no, thank
mm,
you, Elwin. I appreciate it very much. And if there's anything I
no
can ever
worries.
do to help you, you let me know.
Yep,
And also, hopefully, we can connect back in the future and talk more
yep,
about your experiences and the
yep,
professional and how you've mastered it and all the amazing journeys you've been on
yep.
in the future.
For sure, I want to definitely tell you more about it.
Yeah,
Yep.
cool. Well, I
Okay.
appreciate you, Elwin. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Yeah,
No worries.
yeah. Have a
Thank
good
you.
rest of your day.
You too.
All right,
Yep.
see you, buddy. Okay, hit stop recording.